it's been a while since I last posted an update. I just wanted to post a quick update and also some reflections about a video that I recently watched. But first of all, updates on health. Skin is meh, but it's really attributed to the fact that I have been not being sticking straight with my dietary restrictions. I have like bumps here. Um, got bumps on the inner part of my thigh. It can also be from chafing. I mean, that's also possible. Certain parts of my torso definitely feel it on my face. So yeah, it's been. I mean, it's not an excuse, or I shouldn't use this excuse, but there's been people's birthdays, gatherings. I feel like when you're out socializing and people tend to go out and eat when they socialize. So it's hard to find a place, or it's hard to navigate that when you're trying to do the right thing for yourself. Also, I will admit I have weak willpower when it comes down to food, because I have lived for the most part of my life as a foodie. I feel like there's been a backstory to it. If I'm looking back in my childhood, the thing is, like, when I was a kid and my family wasn't that well off, I could tell you. Um, I think, like, for some folks that have watched my or listened to my blog before, my family wasn't that well off. I think my parents, my dad was the main breadwinner, and I think we lived very much on like 20 something, 20 something, 30 something K for years and years on on supporting a family of five. Um, my grandparents did get food stamps, but it wasn't a whole lot that would be able to supplement the family in a meaningful way. So a lot of times when we ate, we're very restricted. Also, as a kid, my eczema was super duper bad. Like, it's bad. It feels bad right now, but I can tell you, if you ever look up that whole topical steroid withdrawal where the skin is crusted over, I had that in the inner corners of my elbows, my wrists. At one point, my fingers were completely covered and cracked. I had it on the side of my necks. The corners of my lips, it was definitely bigger patches. It's like in the crevices, right? The dark spaces, armpits, behind the knees, by my big toes, on my feet. Sometimes I think it's because the skin is very thin there, so I would have patches on there. I think that was it. I didn't really have it around my chest. Nowadays I do have it on my chest more, and even like on my nipple, which really sucks. Um, yeah, and also I think the inner core, like the area where the groin area and the thigh meets, I also had it there. So like the underwear line, I did have some there. It was very itchy. It was crusted over, and like sometimes at night I would scratch uncontrollably. It would not only bleed, but it would have this like yellow liquid come out. Um, I just found I think that really messed with my self confidence as a kid. I wore long sleeves even during the summertime, and when the teachers saw it, I didn't really know English. I didn't really know how to label what I had at that point. So I would just call for my sister because I didn't know how to say it. I don't know how to explain it, and also I was afraid of the adults, because I don't understand like why they're making such a big deal about this my skin issue. Um, so yeah, but yeah, going back to the idea, it's kind of hard. Not that I'm not going to work on it. I remember everything is a work in progress, so I'm going to do my best, of course. But I have started a separate journey, which is like taking 10,000 steps each day. Been doing a little bit of Yin Yoga each day. I know I mentioned I was suffering from like hip and knee pain, and lower back pain, and it's attributed to also the fact that I don't take really good care of myself. And when I don't really move a lot once I'm at home, I'm working from home, so I've made a bigger effort into going to the office every day, getting the movement in, making sure I'm taking my lunch and going for those walks, um, to ensure I'm moving. I'm not just sitting there because our bodies haven't really caught up to modernization, like the modern types of jobs where where we're sitting constantly at a desk. Where our body's not really made for that. Our ancestors were hunters and gatherers. We were active for thousands and thousands of years, and modernity and this whole service sector job has only appeared in the last 200 years, or maybe in 100 or 150 years. So DNA, body structure, and all that stuff takes thousands, tens of thousands of years for us to evolutionize. So, if, even in this day and age, we have to keep mobile in order to stay healthy, um, right? So, been doing that. It has helped immensely. I just want to I want to shout out to my friend Sana. She told me about the Yin Yoga, and it has helped me so much. So, also shout out to Yoga with Cassandra with a K. I've been doing her 30-day program, and it has helped immensely. It's only like 10 to 15 minutes each evening. If you do it, it really, really helps. It also teaches you to be really patient with your body, that it can heal on its own. You just need to be consistent and keep moving. It doesn't necessarily have to be intense moving. Yoga is, especially Yin Yoga, it's about not doing less, and getting more results from it. Letting a lot of times gravity do its work, not forcing it, because if you force it, you're more prone to injuring yourself. So it's very cool. I absolutely love Yin Yoga. I highly recommend it. And there's also, I think, a morning Yin Yoga series. And even like if you want to do Yin Yoga in bed, there's certainly that. I do find it very relaxing and it helps me fall asleep better. Super duper helpful. So thank you, Cassandra, and thank you, Sana. So I don't know if I have enough time to actually even talk about that. We're running up into 8 minutes, so I'm going to do a second part of the video to talk about my reaction to what I saw on Abba and Preacha's channel, in response to also of another video that was picked off of TikTok. So I guess there's certain sentiments I have about it. Yeah, I just want to get out of my system.